Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nick Push. Good news, guys. We got some Friday the 13th stuff to talk about. Very exciting stuff because we haven't had shit in this franchise since 2009. There's been all kinds of legal issues, as you know, and it's just been stuck in hell. But earlier this week, on Halloween actually, we got what we've been waiting for. A new Friday the 13th is coming. Not exactly how we thought it might come, but could be even better. I'm going to read an article in a moment that kind of explains what's going on and then kind of give you guys my thoughts. Before I do that, hit that subscribe button if you want to talk horror. Halloween, obviously I cover all the time, but that is kind of over now. For now, still going to talk Halloween. But I'm excited to talk Friday the 13th now. Getting excited to talk Scream because there's some news with that's coming out early next year. That date just got moved up. But today we're talking Friday. I'm a big Friday fan. Like I said, I mostly talk Halloween. It's just because that's been, the talk of the town lately, and that's kind of, my franchise. But I'm a big Friday fan as well. So, let's get right into this. We're going to pull up the article here. This article is from CBR.com. I'm pretty sure they picked it up somewhere else, or they took all the information from somewhere else. But I'm just going to kind of briefly read some of the highlights here. The big news here first is the title. It says Friday the 13th prequel series can use anything from franchise, including Jason. When this was first announced, because it's Victor Miller involved and the legality and all that, there was a lot of speculation that meant no Jason. Well, or at least no hockey mask Jason. Well, that has been put to bed here. Gets right into this here. It says Crystal Lake showrunner Bryan Fuller confirms Peacock's Friday the 13th prequel series has the rights to anything and everything from the franchise. It's on Peacock, guys. That is interesting. Very interesting. We're just going to kind of dive in and hit some of the high points here. I'm going to start reading and then I'm going to kind of just go through it and talk about what it might mean. It says, at this stage, it remains to be seen if Crystal Lake, Peacock's upcoming Friday the 13th prequel series, like the name Crystal Lake, by the way, with feature hockey mask wearing, machete wielding Jason Voorhees in some capacity. So it says it remains to be seen if Jason will be in it. Jason's kind of the brand. I'm pretty sure he'll be in it. It says, from a legal standpoint, however, such a prospect certainly seems to be on the table. Exciting. And it says, Variety reported that Crystal Lake was in the works at Peacock with Hannibal developer and Star Trek Discovery co-creator Bryan Fuller attached to serve as writer, showrunner, and executive producer. Now, real quick there. Bryan Fuller, who was, with Hannibal. I have never seen Hannibal. Okay, I obviously know what it's about, Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs and all that, but from what I've heard, the Hannibal series is absolutely fantastic. I heard that people saying, I could never picture anyone else but Anthony Hopkins in the role of Hannibal. Well, I heard this show made him forget all that because it's amazing. So the fact that he is involved, even though I have not seen Hannibal, just from word of mouth, is exciting to me. It continues. As noted by Bloody Disgusting, an update to Variety's story reveals that Crystal Lake is also being executive produced by Rob Barsamain, butchering the name possibly, the president, treasurer, and secretary of Horror Inc., and Victor Miller, the writer of the original Friday the 13th film from 1980. This is of note as Horror Inc. holds the rights to the elements of the franchise that Miller doesn't already own. Rights that were previously believed to reside exclusively with the original Friday the 13th director, Sean Cunningham. So seems like they found a way to, not work it out, but kind of have their cake and eat it too. It continues. This would imply that Peacock's Crystal Lake is free to feature a villainous adult Jason Voorhees, hockey mask and all. That's what people want, right? While the prequel series' inclusion of young Jason featured in the original Friday the 13th seemed like a foregone conclusion, given the fact that Miller owns the rights to the movie's screenplay in the United States as of 2018. The rights to the grown-up hockey mask-wearing Jason were owned by Cunningham, hence why the franchise has been in a state of limbo for so long. Yada, 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 legal bullshit. I'm sick of that shit, guys. But it's over. Okay. All that being said, the silver bullet came when Fuller was asked which characters and locations Crystal Lake would be able to use during an interview with Fangoria. It says, and I quote, "Everything. We can use everything. We can go to hell. We can go to space. That's not to say we will do those things, although if we do go 10 seasons, I'll be lobbying hard to go to space." All right, I'm going to stop right there because this article is pretty long, and I don't want to just sit here reading the article. But let's talk about that for a second. First of all, tell me down in the comments, are you excited about this news? Especially the part where they can use Jason, because it didn't seem like that was a possibility when it was first announced. Are you excited that it's streaming? Would you rather have a movie? For me, obviously the fact that they can do everything and everything, and he mentioned hell in space, kind of half joking, but still, it's very exciting because the fact that it's on Peacock gives them some, wiggle room where it's streaming. They can, they can do whatever the fuck they want here, guys. It's a prequel, but the options are all on the table. Brian Fuller being involved, like I said, is exciting. They could, have the first season or 2 seasons, be Pamela's origin story. And then, maybe at the end of season 1, tease that Jason is back, or Jason is there, or Jason's always been there lurking in the woods, whatever. That would really get people pumped for the next season. And I hope they can make it dark and gritty. There's so much possibility here. They can flesh out so much. The fact that it's streaming, obviously, in order for them to continue the series, they have to make season 1 very intriguing and very good. I hope they go back to the roots with the first 4 movies where it's a little bit darker, and there's just so many options they can do. But there's a lot of pressure on them with season 1 because if they're trying to flesh out Pamela's story, right? If they're trying to flesh that out and it's boring or it doesn't hit or people are just wanting Jason, what if it doesn't get picked up and their plans for Jason in seasons 2, 3, 4, whatever are just go by the wayside? So there's a lot of pressure on them to nail the prequel part here. And because Brian Fuller's involved, like I said, I haven't seen his work in Hannibal, but from word of mouth, because he is involved, that gives me a lot of confidence that they will do what they need to do and they will make this very intriguing and very exciting. I'm going to have a lot more videos on this as my brain starts to circulate ideas of what they could do. But I wanted to come on today and just kind of give you guys my quick thoughts on this news. I'm fucking excited. Like I said, Halloween is over. The franchise ended. Yeah, right. But for now, it's going to be dormant, I think, for a little bit. We got Scream coming up, but now we got this Friday the 13th news to look forward to. And that is fucking exciting. So tell me down in the comments, guys, are you excited? What are your thoughts on the streaming aspect? When do you think they should incorporate Jason in? Do you think they should go a whole season without him? Do you think they should, halfway through the season, jump right into the Jason shit? Let me know down in the comments. I'll see you guys next time.